ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel, and we have a top 5 for you today. We have the top 5 tanks that I absolutely hate. There's 5 tanks. It's not even, there is more than 5 tanks that I hate, but these 5 in particular I just really hate. So we're going to start off with the lower tier first and then make our way up. So the ARL V39, I just think this is so poor, like so poor. Yes, it's got a good gun, it's got good DPM, but the armor profile, that massive bubble on top of it, it's just boring. It's just boring. I hate the tank so much. Now, these tanks that I'm showing, like, there's not a lot of tanks in the game, to be fair. There's not a lot of tanks that I hate and that I despise. There's a few tanks that I dislike, or there's a few tanks that I just don't enjoy playing, but these 5 that I'm going to show you, I really do hate them, and it doesn't mean that they're bad tanks, so do bear that in mind. It doesn't mean, just because I hate these tanks, it doesn't mean they are bad tanks. This is just my opinion, and they are tanks that I hate. Equally, there's tanks that I may love but you may absolutely hate. But I just want to see if any of you really are on the same wavelength, and also, is there any of these that I absolutely hate that you absolutely love? So, and you know, it'll be interesting to see. So the ARL V39, other than grinding, like, you would never play this tank. You would never just go and play tier 6 and think, you know what, I'm going to go and play the ARL. I'm going to go and play it. You know, I fancy playing it. It's a fun tank, because no, it's really not. So so that's number 1. These are not in particular order. We're just starting with the lower tanks first, and we're being a tier 6, and yeah, it's a tank that I really do not like. Moving on to tank number 2. Tank number 2, oh my god, the T28. And again, it's a tank that could be nice. You know, it's got a very good gun. It's got very good armor-ish, kind of. It can have good armor, and it's got good DPM. But yeah, where I say the armor, I mean, yeah, the armor's okay if you're shooting normal rounds, like not premium rounds. As soon as you switch to premium round in this thing, or against this thing, the armor just becomes like butter. So yeah, the armor I don't think is as good as it can be. It is so slow as well. Now, this has actually got that special speed boost, which does nothing to the tank. Literally, I'll run it because it makes you go a couple of kilometers an hour quicker, but I just think this tank is so boring, not good. Yes, it has a good gun, but other than that, you know, you're not going to get too many bounces at all, and you're just going to get destroyed like we are here now. We're just getting wrecked. We're absolutely getting wrecked. However, I still managed to finish on nearly 3k damage. So that is tank number 2, the T28. Another tank I just wish I never bought. I wish I never bought it. I wish I never owned it. Of course, it's the STG. Oh my god, this tank sucks. And that, again, there are some people that may love this tank. Now, there are a couple of good things about the tank, really. Well, for me, the armor profile is pretty decent. You can get quite a lot of block damage. But other than that, I just think the tank sucks. It's boring. It's a premium tank that I wish turned to a collectible, so I could just sell it, but sadly it isn't to be. But yeah, it's one of those that I really don't love. And that's another one across the road there, the ST62 version 2, again, is equally just as boring as the STG. Now, we do manage just to somehow stay alive for a little bit longer here. We have managed to sort of get 1400 damage, but you know, it's, yeah, we kind of get lucky this game. We kind of get look at that bounce there from the side. So the armor profile can work. It can work, but you can't really rely on it too much. The turret's okay if you're facing directly at a tank, but yeah, it's just a tank that I don't like. And there's no really real reasons behind them. You know, it's just, there's some tanks out there, but you think, you know, I don't like that. I don't like that. And this is one of those tanks. So we're just going to get one more shot into the VK. Again, we get a lucky bounce. We come out sidewards. We get a lucky bounce from that guy, and we do manage to somehow stay alive. So the STG is another tank I really, really hate. Moving on to tank number 4. Now, this tank is a tech tree tank. It is the WZ-120, and I've never really loved it. And it's a shame because the 121 in tier 10 has been given so much love over the years. When that tank was first released, it was literally like the worst tank in tier 10. It was so poor. And I have to go as far as saying this is probably one of the worst tech tree tanks in tier 9. And again, there are going to be some players out there that enjoy this tank, and some people out there will be like, Meadsy, you're talking crap. But again, I'm just talking from my perspective, my opinion. Every opinion can be different, and I think that the WZ-120 could have some love. You know, it could have some love for it. I don't know what. I don't know whether it's DPM or gun depression or just something. I just feel it needs a little bit of something to get it, you know, just so people want to play it, because currently that's what I hate about this game. And we've got the lines, you know, you've got tech tree tanks that people grind the lines. There's so many tanks out there that as soon as people grind, they just don't need to play it no more, and they don't want to play it. And I think that's wrong, you know. Just because you've got the tier 10, it doesn't mean that you can't go and play the tier 9. And I do think that should be changed. And think that Wargaming should give them tanks just a little bit of love, just so they can play it for fun. But these tanks, especially something like the WZ-120, I'm never going to go and play that just for fun, like, ever. So moving on to the final tank on this list. Now, the final tank on this list is one of the newer tier 10 tanks, this thing right here. Now, this tank right here, I've said about it before, it was one of the most sought after tanks. It was one of the most, you know, everybody wanted this tank into the game. Everybody wanted it. And as soon as it come, everyone was just like, it kind of sucks. Now, again, there are going to be people out there that absolutely love this tank, but I am not one of them. I don't like this tank. I think it sucks. Now, I'm glad Wargaming did give it the 3-shot as well. You can play this tank either with the 3-shot or the 5-shot. So the 5-shot's okay. It does less damage, but it just means you've got to expose yourself for a lot longer than you would like to. However, with the 3-shot, you've got a bigger alpha, which can be nice, especially doing sort of 500 every time. So you could do, I mean, just there, I've done about almost 1600 damage, or just over nearly 1700 damage in one magazine. So yes, that is nice. Of course, the long reload, the no armor, it is not nice. Now I'm being sort of run after by the Leopard 1. I just can't do anything. So yeah, the Waffen is not a tank I like, and it's actually a tank I really hate. I don't just dislike it, I really hate the Waffen so much, and there's no reason for me to want to play that tank. So let me know your top 5. Let me know tanks that you really hate. Not tanks that you dislike, just tanks that you really hate. Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.